I have 4 o'clock, John.
Okay,
You have a quorum present, so
yeah, I think we'll call the meeting to order. It looks like we have a quorum here. I see Nat, I see Joe.
Yep,
myself.
sorry.
So, all right, let me get to work. All right, welcome to the May 8th, 2023 meeting of Nantucket Planning Board. We are conducting this meeting via Zoom webinar and remote participation pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order regarding open meeting law. Board members, please acknowledge your presence when I call your name. Nat Lowell.
Here.
Barry Rector.
Present.
Joe Topham.
Present.
Dave Iverson. Not yet. If he comes, we'll make that announcement. And myself, the chair, John Trudell. I don't see any other alternates here. And staff, I believe we have Meg Trudell, land use specialist,
here.
and Catherine Ansero, administrative specialist.
Here.
Okay, with that, I would entertain a motion for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion's been made by Nat, seconded by Barry. Roll call. Nat,
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. As for the minutes, we have April 10th, 2023. Any discussion, or if not, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So move, sir.
Second.
Motion's been made by Barry, seconded by Nat. Sorry, Joe, you're in third place again. Roll call. Barry. Roll call. Barry.
Aye.
Nat.
Aye.
Joe.
Aye.
And chair votes aye. Now, on to second dwellings. We have one that is Julia Matthew Rynamo, 2 Eli Place. That would be held for the public hearings, and we are going to be continuing the public hearings this evening, just because we have a annual town meeting that has extended into Monday today. We did make notice of that. So I would be looking for approval for the second dwellings for 33 Nonantum Ave, that's Glenby LLC, 25 Squam Road, Squam Holdings LLC, 23 Cato Lane, Robert and Marcia Egan. And unless anybody has any issue with those, I would entertain a motion to approve. Endorse.
Go ahead, Mr. Topham.
Motion to approve. Thank you, Mr. Rector.
I guess you're seconding, Barry?
I'll second, yes.
All right, motion been made by Joe, seconded by Barry. Roll call. Joe,
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. And I see that one of our alternate members, Abby DeMolina, has just joined us. Welcome, Abby. All right, moving on, we have A&Rs.
And
It's like
here's
Dave-
Mr. Iverson.
Person just joined us as well.
Oh, hi, Dave. Welcome. Great. Dave Iverson. Thank you. So we are moving on to A&Rs. Before us, we have 4, unless there's any reason for anyone for discussion or recusal, I would entertain a motion to approve. I'll read them out. Joseph S. Clark, Lawrence R. Clark, and Charles P. Rezer, Tuckerneck Island. Lori A. Geddes, 13 Evergreen Way. The Allen Huntington Breed Revocable Trust of 2004 and Robert Taylor Breed Revocable Trust of 2004, 11 and 13 Westchester Street. And also Town of Nantucket, 81 South Shore Road, with the staff recommendations. Any discussion? I would entertain a motion for approval with staff.
Motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Motion been made by Joe, seconded by Barry. Roll call. Joe,
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Now on to previous plans. Meg, take it away.
Sure. So the first one up is a lot release for Lot 9 on Shady Maple Lane, which is a subdivision off of Hooper Farm Road. It's
Yeah.
about a 20-year-old subdivision. I combed through the decision and there were a handful of conditions that I wasn't able to verify whether or not they've been met. It's mostly administrative paperwork related. So my suggestion would be to endorse the Form J to be held in the office until I can work with the applicant's attorney to get a hold of those documents that we need for the file.
Okay, great. Board members? Any questions, comments?
No, I'll make a motion that we endorse the Form J, and that's to be held in the office by staff to disperse as needed until the documentation is taken care of.
Great. Is there a second? All right, motion
Second.
by Barry, second by Joe. Roll call. Barry,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Moving on, we have another one, number 57-17 Island Gas LLC, 11 Industrial Road, and that is for a minor modification. Meg?
Yep, so this is requesting a minor modification so that a 200 square foot building can be constructed solely for the purpose of housing ice making. That's why planning staff believes that this modification is just minor in nature. In order for that to move forward, you would have to make the finding as listed in the staff report that it doesn't materially affect the findings and conclusions upon which the planning board's previous decision were approved and based. Therefore, it should be allowed without a public hearing. Dan Malloy is here if you have any more specific questions, but that is what they're requesting in a nutshell.
Okay, thank you. Board members?
Hearing no comment, I'm going to make a motion that we approve the applicant's request as opposed with the finding that Megan just cited, which it doesn't materially affect the findings and conclusions based upon what we're doing.
Thank you, Barry. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion made by Barry, second by Dave. And roll call. Barry,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Okay, moving on, we're looking at Maple Lane subdivision. This is for a partial release of the escrow. Meg?
Yep, so the applicant is requesting for a partial release of the escrow funding. If you recall, we're still retaining one lot. The applicant put up about $1 million to create a performance security account. They've completed much of that heavy infrastructure and are requesting an amount in the ballpark of $398,000 to be released back to them. Mr. Pesci, our consulting engineer, has reviewed both their request and the progress of the infrastructure of the subdivision, and he is okay with you all releasing that amount. And we still would keep the single lot and about $500,000.
Great. I've been by there myself. It's amazing the amount of work that's gone into that. Plus, even just the value of one lot, let alone the money that's put aside. I feel comfortable with that as well. Board members?
I make a motion to approve or partial release through staff.
I'll second that.
All right, motion made by Dave, seconded by Joe. Roll call, Dave.
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Lastly, we're looking at Sandpiper 1, Form J release. Meg, you want to fill us in on this one, please?
So the applicant, I believe Dave Arminetti is here. Should you have any questions? But the applicant is requesting the release of 8 lots, which are the final single-family home lots in this development. We had Mr. Arminetti provided us with a detailed kind of assessment of things left to be completed. There's not a lot of items left, but they are high dollar values, such as final paving, curbing installation, sidewalk installation, and the like. We had Mr. Pesci, our consulting engineer, review the documentation that Mr. Arminetti provided us with. He came up with a couple of other punch list items, which were included in your packet. When you add the 20%, it's just over $1 million in work left to do that would be assigned monetarily to that value. So our recommendation is, or excuse me, it's 117,000 with the 20% contingency. So our recommendation would be that, what did I write here? The two market rate lots be withheld, or because they're selling for approximately $600,000 at this time. Or a performance surety account should be established in the amount of $1,112,712, or some combination of the two, where we would withhold one lot and the account would be funded with perhaps half that funding. So I guess it's up for you all and the applicant to discuss what method is best, but it's staff's opinion at this time we can't move forward with just releasing all 8 lots without either an account being formed or retaining some of those market rate lots.
Okay, before we hear from the board, I would ask Dave Arminetti if he's there. Would there be a preference to what Meg just described as holding back 2 lots, or the performance surety account with the amount of $1,012,712, or a combination thereof? Welcome, Dave, if you're there.
Thank you. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Dave Arminetti, Director of Development for Richmond. I know we're pressed for time, but good evening, board members, Mr. Chairman, board members, and staff. And Megan captured this accurately, and she and Leslie and Andrew have all been doing quite a bit of work on this with us, along with Mr. Pesci. We're in agreement with the numbers, which we've all gone over in great detail. This is for the last portion of our Sandpiper 1 subdivision at the very southeastern portion of the site, and does include 5 AMI home lots, which of course are very important in the scheme of our housing development. So we want to continue to keep moving on those. So right now, what we've talked about conceptually with the staff, if the board would be comfortable with, is covering the paving portion, which is a little under $700,000 when you apply the 20% factor, with a bond that would be obviously acceptable to staff and town council, and then leave 1 remaining market rate lot within Blewett Court, which actually has a Sandplain Drive address, as additional covenant to remain under the Form I covenant, which would get up to this 1.6, 1.7 times coverage for the amount of work left. So that's what we would suggest to finalize with the staff. If the board conceptually is okay with that, we would ask that for your consideration. So thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Just to summarize, I don't want to, the combination, it looks like you're choosing a combination. So you would be asking for us to hold 1 lot on Blewett Court. And then could you tell me how much of that surety account number was that? The number that was listed as $1,012,712?
Through you, back to you, Mr. Chair.
Yes,
we would
certainly
propose to bond for the entirety of the paving to kind of keep it simple and discreet. So the bond for the paving would be about $690,000. The balance would be made up by the value of the 1 market rate lot,
Okay.
which technically, for the record, would be 5 Sandplain Drive,
Okay.
even though it fronts also on Blewett Court. So the
majority of it
would be the
equals
bond.
above what we were originally looking for with the $1,012,000. So if I have that correct, just to summarize, you're going to hold up the 1 Sandplain lot and also the bond to cover the paving for the $690,000 for the surety bond for that.
Correct, Mr. Chair. So in total, we'd have almost another $150,000 or $175,000 in value coverage above what the actual number constitutes. So obviously you can't pledge a portion of a lot.
Perfect. Thank you, David. Board
Thank you.
members? Any discussion, board members? Okay, seeing none, I would entertain a motion for what we had just spoke of with the combination thereof, holding back the lot at 5 Sandplain, and also the paving with the surety bond for the paving of $690,000 estimate.
So moved, sir, and I just want to recheck with Megan that those conditions are appropriate.
Yeah, I think that's fine, as long as we kind of hash out the details with council and
Yes,
in the paperwork. So we as long as you give us the latitude to do that.
absolutely. That'll be part of the motion then.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, motion's been made by Barry, seconded by Dave. Roll call. Barry,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. I think we were looking at 4:15 is exactly 4:15. So at this time, I would entertain a motion to continue until the June 12th. I would like to note that there is an action deadline for 40 Old South Road of 6/11/23. So I would expect staff to address that, to extend that, because the next meeting is on 6/12.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Barry.
just for the record, so that we can do this, do you want to just read the list real quickly and then we'll make a motion to continue those?
Sure.
Please.
We're going on public hearings. I will read the list. The Westmore Club, 105 Westchester Street, 109 Westchester Street, and 10 Westmore Lane. AC Mid Island LLC and AC Offices LLC, 18, 18A, 20, 22, 24, and 26 Sparks Ave. 40 Old South Road LLC, 2A and 2B Forest Ave. Julie and Matthew Rynamo, 2 Eli Place. And then for the second dwelling, Julie and Matthew Rynamo, 2 Eli Place. 41 West WMR Trust, 41 West Mycomet Road. 40 Old South Road LLC, 40 Old South Road. And that's where I had mentioned about the action deadline to be extended.
Mhm.
Able Way subdivision, 156 and 158 Cliff Road. And I believe that is it.
And so I'll make a motion at this point with all those listed. We'll continue to our June 12th meeting.
Thank you.
Second.
Motion been made to continue by Barry, second by Dave. Roll call. Barry,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
and myself. With that, I believe we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion been made to adjourn by Dave, seconded by Barry. Roll call. Dave.
Aye.
Barry,
Aye.
Nat,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
and chair votes aye. Thank you all. Thank you for pushing this through very quickly.
Thank you, everyone.
We all want to get to town meeting. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you coming on for this.
Thank you.
Appreciate the board's action. Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. I'll see you all. Thank you, staff, and we'll see you all at our next annual town
Next stop.
meeting in a few minutes.
Sounds good.
See you all here. All right.